तो क्या हुआ अगर हम पहले 2 मैच हार गए? तो क्या हुआ अगर हम पहले 2 मैच हार भी गए? ये नई दिल्ली है मेरे यार, ये 2 कदम पीछे लेके फिर वार मारेगी। It couldn't have been an any better game than this. It's KKR taking on Delhi Capital. To be more precise, it's ex-captain Shreyas Iyer's KKR taking on the young captain Rishabh Pant's Delhi Capitals. KKR coming on the back of 2 consecutive wins and highly confident. On the other hand, we have got Delhi Capitals who are coming on the back of 2 trot losses, and it's going to be a very exciting game. It's a big event for both the captain and a very emotional moment for all the DC fans to see Shreyas Iyer not in blue, but we have to rehab from it. It's a very interesting game. I'm your host Yatharth Taluja, who's going to host a very special episode known as the Capitalized, a show where the DC Toli fans get to sit together and have a discussion of what's happening in the Capital Verse. I'm Yatharth Taluja, who is going to host a very special episode along 3 very enthusiastic Delhi Capitals fan. I've got alongside me Riddhima, Anmol and Ishan. Welcome to the panel, guys. और हाँ, पिछले मैच को हारने के बाद it still hurts a bit, but we gave 100% and that matters. Riddhima, going straight forward to you, we lost in the very last over, but Lord Thakur ने अपना पूरा 100% दिया कि we could have taken that match on the other side. But what were your conclusions from that previous match?
See, I would want to reflect on the positives. We all saw Prithvi Shaw in his innings. So I guess the highlight for the match for me was Prithvi Shaw's innings. And apart from that, I know that it was the spinner's wicket and the other side enjoyed the match and took a lot of wickets. But I still feel that Delhi Capitals, we fought till the end and the match was in our hands till the very end. But of course, it was the better persons or better teams win that day. And that's all right. On to the next match.
It's rightly said the better team deserves to win, and so it was Lucknow in the previous match. But when we talk about the match in discussion, there was a lot which happened. We got off to flyer of start credits to Prithvi Shaw, and there was a homecoming of David Warner, which didn't end it that well. But David Warner is a classy player. 500 runs are back when this guy plays in any side. So hoping just he continues on his dashing form, which against the Pakistan series and convert in the next KKR game. But Ishan, coming to you, there was a lot which happened in the match. We started off beautifully, but then came in a turmoil where the run rate just started dipping down, and then came in a captain Rishabh Pant who played a sort of a conservative innings and then procrastinated in the end. So, what were the highlights of Rishabh Pant's innings?
Well, I'd say he definitely played a captain's knock. Okay, it was a captain's knock wherein he tried to steady the innings and get some runs onto the board, and he did get a few. But one highlight would be I think he was not who he is on that particular day. Because Rishabh Pant, we don't really see him that often with the balls exceeding the number of runs. It's usually the other way around and maybe even double that. So that was one
Yes.
highlight. He did steady the innings a lot, but I think in the future what he needs to do is take that pressure on a lighter note and just try to hit more freely. That's what I feel.
वेल डेफिनेटली हमने ऋषभ पंत को टेस्ट मैचेस में बैटिंग करते हुए देखा. ही स्कोर्स 51 इन जस्ट 20 ऑड बॉल. दैट इज द ऋषभ पंत व्हिच ही करंटली एक्वायर्ड, बट दैट वाज अ कंप्लीट कैप्टन इनिंग्स. बट ऋषभ फैंटास्टिक पंत, उसकी वेट हो रही है. एंड मोर ईशान, मिथुन मार्श के आने के बाद आई होप ही गेट्स अ डायरेक्ट एंट्री. Whom do you think will miss out if Mithun Marsh comes in? Because you can't remove Warner, you can't remove Fizz. I hope you don't remove Powell as well. So does Nokia goes out after a terrible match, or do you think they will miss out on a Powell?
Well, to be very honest, I don't see Nokia missing out on any match in which he is available because one odd day doesn't define your character, and we all know the
Exactly.
damage that he can do. Taking out Mustafizur Rahman also does not make sense looking at his stats in the last game because we all know what he did in the games prior to that. So I think they'll be looking at removing Roman Povell and replacing him with Marsh because obviously Marsh has that batting capability wherein he can provide you those
Yes.
much needed big shots in the end, and he can also provide you with a couple of wickets.
Definitely, definitely. I hope, when Marsh gets in, but the batting looks a bit tortile to me. When David Warner opens with Prithvi Shaw, that aspect is covered, and you have Marsh at 3. So, where does Sarfaraz Khan play? Do you want to play him at 6, or do you want him to see ahead of Rishabh Pant? Ridhima, going ahead in the KKR game, if Mithil Marsh plays, which is a designated number you are going to give him as a captain of the team?
I would like to see Michelle Marsh at 5 or at 3. And I know that is a position that holds a lot of responsibility. But we've seen how David Warner and Michelle Marsh were there for Australia and how they made the Australian team win. So I feel like this responsibility can be given to him. I know it will be replacing a very important player, but
Yes.
yeah, I feel that is the position he can play on.
Definitely, it's a very interesting squad to be honest. Khalil Ahmed, Chetan Sakaria, these guys are not getting a chance. But Kuldeep Yadav, on the other hand, he's proving everyone wrong. A very interesting matchup lies up ahead. It's the battle of Yadavs and Yadav. It's a matchup between Kuldeep Yadav and Umesh Yadav. Both are rising on the purple cap leads. Current holder Umesh Yadav. Ishan, कौन ज्यादा विकेट लेने वाला है इस मैच में? It's going to be Umesh Yadav who's going to see off David Warner and Prithvi Shaw. On the other hand, Kuldeep Yadav who comes on the power play as well, and probably if we take on early wickets, he's going to impact the middle order. It's going to be Kuldeep Yadav versus our ex-captain Shreyas Iyer, who's going to have a better hand here.
Well, I think the answer is pretty obvious. It's obviously going to be Kuldeep Yadav. He's going to be taking more wickets, I'm sure. I'm expecting a fiver from him tomorrow. I don't know why, but I'm feeling over optimistic, and I think it's going to be fiver for him.
हमें जब भी हम मैच से पहले जाते हैं, देयर आर सर्टेन टोटकाज व्हिच वी डू फॉलोज, एंड अंदर से एक वाइब आती है कभी कभी कि ये प्लेयर इज डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू परफॉर्म सुपर वेरी वेल, एंड आई होप कि यार यहाँ से ना हम जितने मैचेस जीतेंगे, इट इज जस्ट गोइंग टू बी ऑन चेरी ऑन द केक, बिकॉज दिस टीम हैज जस्ट राइज ऑन 3 consecutive years, and I hope this is the 4th year and we enter on a grand note with some solid players. But there is a very interesting video coming ahead, because when there is banter, cricket just gets more exciting. We have got a KKR fan with us who is like super enthusiastic and adds a spice on the wound by mentioning some not very positive team news for DC, but it's a fun banter. Let's see what Nikhil has to say with us.
I am Nikhil Agarwal and I'm a big KKR fan. The game is against Delhi Capitals. More precisely, it's going to be Shreyas Iyer versus the Delhi Capitals. We have a great head-to-head record, and वो 6 तो आप सबको याद होगा ही, जिसने आपको फाइनल्स में जाने से रोका था. कुछ इसी अंदाज में फिर से KKR दिल्ली को हराने के लिए है तैयार. कोरबो लोड़बो जीतबो.
Well, Nikhil on the other side looks very enthusiastic, but वो 6 अभी भी यहाँ पे दर्द होता है when it just sealed off our chances of qualifying for the final and to win our first ever trophy. But KKR fans, आपने भी वो trophy नहीं जीती थी, so we have got a right to say. We have got Ishan with us, who has got some very special lines to give a fight back answer to Nikhil. Ishan, the stage is all yours.
Okay, so I'd put it in the form of शायरी. छीना है तुमने दिल हमारा, छीना है तुमने दिल हमारा, तुम्हें हम अब दिखाएंगे, दिल्ली का ये दिल जो तोड़ा, तुमको मजा चखाएंगे. कर लो जिसको जो करना है, कर लो जिसको जो करना है, हम तो बॉल उड़ाएंगे, बल्ले से हो या हो बॉलिंग से, तुमको हम बताएंगे, तुमको हम बताएंगे. आधा कुलचा लिया है तुमसे, आधा कुलचा लिया है तुमसे, मसाला भी हम लगाएंगे, मलाई मार के इस मैदान पर जीत के हम जाएंगे.
So this is a positive. Yes.
It's going to be a hell of a game, and I'm sure our ex-captain, someone whom we used to love a lot, he's going to regret leaving our team.
Definitely, when we have all the memories with Shreyas Iyer, but now he is a rival to us, and we do the same to him. It's going to be a very enthusiastic match. We want to be watched out for. And El Clasico, as I say, I bet you will find it more than interesting. As I say, end it on a high. RIDDHIMA, some positive message for the team, wishing them all the very best. And your special player, whom you think are going to be over-reliant, and he is going to be capital player of the match for tomorrow.
See, I feel like it is going to be Norkia, because he has to show what damage he can undo the damage in this match, and I'm pretty sure he'll do that. And of course, I am also hoping Warner lives up to our expectations, because it's his homecoming. And I would like to just wish Delhi Capitals all the very best. This match is ours, and let's show them what we've got.
Definitely, as I say, ये होते हैं fans. I mean, after Nokia's that bad performance, the fan always back them, and so is DC Toli. We always believe that ये कप हमारा है, चाहे आप जितना हमें नीचे खींच लो. The fans are going to push the team for the very best. Delhi Capitals here is wishing you all the very best, and roar macha.